Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to my Sunday morning. I thought I'd spend a little bit of time on the model. So what we've done, we've sanded it and primed it again and then sanded it again. And it now needs a bit of a rest, I think, poor sod. But whilst that's having a rest, I thought I want to do a diorama, just a small one. So what I did was I took a frame, this is a wooden frame with a big border, as you can see, and this is going to be the base for the actual diorama. And I took the glass out and used the glass, which is in again. I don't know why I put that glass in again, but never mind. I used the glass as a template, and I used some, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Das clay. This is the stuff which is always soft and it dries in air, so it's air drying clay. That's the easiest way to say it, really, isn't it? I don't know why I started, but never mind. So we use that, and we use the template of the glass to actually make this. Whoops. As you can see, it's a bit thinner than I wanted it to be, but there we go. I like the colour. It's red clay, and it reminds me of sandstone that you get at the bottom of the ocean, which is, let's face it, what we need. Then what I did, waited a few days for it to dry, and then I used some PVA glue, and I mixed some PVA glue 50-50 with water, put a little bit of washing up liquid into it, just a touch, and that breaks the surface tension, so it means that it actually goes around all these particles rather than pushing them away. And then I put, I used to do quite a bit of model railroading and things of that sort, so I've got plenty of ballast and all sorts of sands and things, and I put that on there. So I put the PVA on first, and then sprinkled this on and pressed it down a bit. And so we're up to there now. What else did we do? Oh, the other thing I did is I went into my box full of plastic X sprues and things of that sort, and got a few things out, and I painted them up. Things that I thought would be quite good on the diorama. So we've got an array of dishes there. There's another one that I made, that one a little bit more sort of darker. What's this one? Some canisters, and I painted them up rather funky colour. Quite like that, actually. And then this is the one I like the most, I think. I can't remember what this was from, but it's I like it. I like the colour, I like the shape. It just needs a bit more work to it, but I think that's quite cool. Now, the thing is, this is quite a small diorama, so putting all these things on would be overdoing it. But one thing I do want to put on is something like that, or that direction, or like that, and maybe a few of these things. Like, where's that one? There we go. I got this. Put that there. Ooh. Like that, maybe. And then the idea is we'll have a rod going through here and then into the ship, so that you have that sort of effect, or like that, whichever. Don't know exactly, but that's the idea. Okay, but that's to come. Now we put all this sand and grit and all that crap all over this, and what I'm going to do now is tip it upside down in the bin and get some of it off, because we don't need it all. You can see it's quite lumpy. The actual is a bit warped as well, but ignore the warping. So hang on a sec, we'll just empty it up, get rid of the excess. Pass my hand across it. Not a lot of it should come off because it's been drying for quite a long time. That's if you can hear me still. There we go. And it looks exactly the same as it did before, but at least it's got rid of the residue, the loose stuff. And there we go. So that's going to be our diorama. I'll probably need to get some foam, put it underneath, then put that inside the frame. Inside the frame, like that. I wonder if it'll go in there. hang on a sec. Experiment. Experiment. Maybe not a good experiment, but oh god, no. Oh, there we go. Fair enough. So there it goes. It's in the frame. I might scrub some of this away and reveal some of the red texture of the clay underneath, because I quite like the sandstone effect. And as you can see, if you tilt up, it has a sort of lumpy bumpy, because ocean floor isn't straight, of course, it isn't flat. Anyway, that's it for the time being. I'm going to work on that. I need to get to the Thunderbird, put some more primer on there, and then start painting it the proper yellow. Yay! At last, he says. Yeah, I know. Okay, see you in a bit. Hi guys, back again. Alright, so we're back. Diorama. I put some red moss down with some PVA glue. I'm just about to add a few textures to it. Used to do this when I used to build railway models, and all I do, it's quite sticky, still a lot of glue on there. And then we got some moss, which I'll just put in. I want to put it in the middle just a bit so it sticks up a little bit. I'm just doing this pretty quickly. And get in there. There we go. Yeah, that helps a bit. Gives a bit of texture, a bit of 3 dimensions. We made a little doodad, as I like to call it. As you can see, it's just a parts I got from the parts bin that I've got. Got some stuff stuck to it on that one. Painted it different colours. Yeah, if you look, weathered it up a little bit. Good start. Like that. And that is what Thunderbirds is going to go down, whoops, in the ocean to find. Actually, which way around are we doing this? That way? That actually looks okay. Find a place for it, sir. There we go. So it goes down there, and Thunderbird 4, here she is, weathered up. I'm going to take some of that weathering off because it's a little bit too much, but and I've got the hole in the bottom there for the metal rod, which is this. A little bit long. It's going to be a lot shorter than that, and so it's going to come in like that to put that down to investigate what the hell that thing I've made is. Or I might do it at an angle like that. Not sure yet. But it'll be at, I like angles. So that's where we're up to so far. Oh, I've got the frame to do. Right, be back in a second. Okay, we're back. This is the model. Thunderbirds are go. I've still got some work to do on the front here. It's quite well weathered. I used pastels and things. Try to make, I don't know if it comes out, panels, after shading, or whatever hell it's called. Now, the decals on this thing were shit. Pardon the expression. If there's any kids, sorry, they were crap. They're absolutely awful. Especially the red lines. I had to give up on the red lines because they just dissolved. They took half an hour to actually come off the paper, and then they dissolved. So I've just used vinyl tape for all the red lines now. And the Thunderbird ones and the 4 ones went on okay. Although again, it took a good 20 minutes to get the thing off the paper. So, and also the little man inside. I don't know if you can see it. Let's have a look in there. I've actually put some. Let's see now. Can it, I think that's the best we can do. There is, believe it or not, if I can get this light out the way or directed elsewhere. There's, I don't know if you can see it. There's the guy is in there. I put some dials and things in there as well. So now, if you look on the introduction to Thunderbirds, and it goes 5, 4, and all that sort of thing, and shows you the craft, and it shows you the Thunderbird 4. If you look in the cockpit of Thunderbird 4 on that intro, you will see General Patton. Not one of these guys. You'll see General Patton with his hard hat on. It must have been just something to fill the seat at the time, and it's the only thing they had, maybe. Anyway, so we've done that. I think that's all there is, really. Oh, I've cut the brass rod to fit, and hopefully that will fit relatively well. Oh, well, not fantastic. I wonder if I can... Let me just bang that in with something like my head. And there we go. We've mounted Thunderbird 4 onto its brass rod. I had to put the brass rod into the frame because I made the base so thin. I thought if I tried to drill through the base, it would just crack. Oops. Crack the base. I wanted to try and get it at an angle. Yeah, I'm going to have to epoxy it in, I think, at an angle, because I prefer angles, as you know. I think it looks pretty cool. What I'll do, I'll put it on a Lazy Susan, and we'll see what it looks like. But there we go. Thank you to Classicplastic101. It's a it's a very challenging kit. It's more or less a toy. That's what it is. It is essentially a toy. And there's so many things that show it up as being a toy, which is fair enough. It's a toy. I try to make it as untoyish as I possibly can. So I'm trying to get the shade, because this is a very bright light I've got on here. But there we go, Thunderbird 4. So I'll just see if I can. I've got an idea. I'll put it onto a Lazy Susan, spin it round, and hope my idea works. If it doesn't, this is the end of the video. If it does, you'll see a little bit more. Okay, well, have fun. Looking forward to Classicplastic101. I'll just call him Chris. His build, an easy build. And also, I'm really sorry I can't remember your name, but there's somebody else who's having a go at this as well. And I can't remember your name, I do apologise. So, let's see if this works, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Well, maybe.